Hello, this is Christina, and I'd like to speak to you about the upcoming full moon lunar eclipse in Aries that will be taking place on October 18th, and how we can work with the energies of this full moon and what we can expect from this full moon. Well, Aries is a fire sign. It's ruled by the planet Mars, and Mars is the planet of action and courage and taking risks, determination, being competitive. It's the sign of battle and weapons, sexuality, passion, surgery. So it really covers a wide area, but you know, Aries is the first sign in the zodiac. They are the pioneers of the zodiac, and they really exemplify courage. This sign is all about courage and action and taking action in our lives. Now, this is a lunar eclipse, this full moon. So what does that mean? That's going to bring a whole element of surprise. It's a wild card full moon. There will be some unexpected developments over this full moon lunar eclipse in Aries, because not only does it have the uncertainty and the quick change of a lunar eclipse, but it's also in a fire sign like Aries. And so this full moon lunar eclipse in Aries is definitely going to be intense in our lives and around the world. Also, this full moon in Aries takes place during the sign of Libra. And Libra focuses on relationships, balance, harmony. It's ruled by the planet Venus. So with the sun sign in Libra and the full moon in Aries, I would definitely think there's going to be, you'll be focusing on issues in a relationship, whether that's a love relationship or family, friends, work. You definitely want to be able to speak your truth. And this is all about truth here. So, you're probably going to have some intensity with relationships. Again, you want to be yourself, you want to speak your truth, and if a relationship has outlived itself, it may come to that ending over this full moon lunar eclipse in Aries. And that's just one scenario. There's all different kinds of things that can happen during a lunar eclipse, but a lunar eclipse definitely represents an element of maybe surprise, new beginnings, endings, things coming to a culmination. And around the world, we're probably going to see this too in the news with the powers that be. There could be, frustration, arguing, and we could find that in our own lives as well, because Mars rules anger, frustration, and so we want to make sure that we're handling that in our own lives well. We could get frustrated in a relationship or frustrated with a situation, and we want to make sure that we are, working that out. You might have to walk away from an intense conversation if it's getting too heated, go to the gym, do some meditation. You want to have balance. So the key here is, I think, to be ourselves. Aries is all about being yourself, speaking your truth, having courage, but having balance with the intensity of this full moon lunar eclipse in Aries. So yes, around the world we're probably going to see some interesting news. There may be some unexpected developments with the powers that be, or with the powers that be versus the masses versus the people. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. So this is also a great time for anything sports-wise. Again, for like really working out, really building up a sweat. It's a fire sign full moon, so it's about action, taking action, being active. It's also favors romance and sensuality and dancing and loud music and having fun. But we're all definitely going to be faced with change. And, we want to make sure, I always talk about Saturn being in Scorpio. We're still going through that transit. This is about change, being truthful, and having the courage to, be yourself, having the courage to live your truth. And if any area of our lives is really not an area that's not really truthful to who we are, we're going to see that start to fall away. And these lunar eclipses, we're coming into eclipse season. These eclipses, if we're not taking the steps in our lives to make the changes we need to make, then these eclipses are going to help that happen for us. So they're not here to hurt us, but they are here to move us forward, in our evolution as souls on the planet. So they're here to move us forward. These eclipses, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, even it could be physically. Again, with this take charge planet, with the full moon lunar eclipse in Aries, ruled by the planet Mars, take charge. It's a great time again for action and even working out. and just taking charge in your life and making the changes that you know you need to make. So again, there's an element, there's that wild card element, and also, you know, Aries is known for being for looking out for other people because they have so much spirit and they have so much courage. So if you find that, you know, you see a situation where people are being treated unfairly, or animals, or something in the natural world isn't right, you know, take up that cause. You know, speak up for someone else. Be the hero in your life and be the hero for someone else. You know, if you see a situation where that's unjust, you know, you can really step up and have the courage to make the world a better place. So remember, over this intense full moon lunar eclipse in Aries, to take care of yourself, be aware of your surroundings. You know, there's nothing to fear here, but I do want to inform you, and so when you're informed, you're empowered. And we just had that full moon past. The last full moon was in Pisces. It was softer and watery, and this full moon in Aries, this lunar eclipse in Aries, is all about intensity. It's all about unexpected changes. We're all going to be faced with situations that may just come up, and it's about how we handle them. It's about standing in our power, having courage, okay? And being that brave, pioneering spirit in our life, and accepting changes if they come, if they're meant to be. And that's just the way eclipses are. They help move us forward. So we're going to see this in our lives and around the world. So on that note, good luck during this this Aries full moon. Take care of yourself. And for all fire signs, and for everybody really, because it's going to be a fiery, intense full moon, make sure you're drinking your water. Not too many spicy foods. You know, if you need to temper the fire a little bit, you want to cool down, okay? You want to cool down. Cool showers, and again, always meditation and yoga. And, you know, try to have some fun too. But good luck, and we can move through this together, all these changes. We have to be spiritual warriors, and Aries is the warrior sign. So let's be warriors through this this full moon lunar eclipse in Aries, and we'll be moving forward together. Okay, so until next time, ciao for now, and namaste.